They stood in the doorway like a tribunal, three faces carved from the same cold stone. My father's voice shook the cups on the counter. My mother folded her arms as if bracing against a smell she despised. And my sister stared at me like the world had already agreed with her verdict. I didn't speak. I simply looked past them at the empty driveway where my car should have been. "Don't look like that," my mother said, lips curled. "We sold it for something useful," my sister added, "a vacation one we deserved." My father jabbed a thumb toward the window. "If you want something, earn it. Get back to the barracks. That uniform is the only thing you've got going for you." I felt a shift in my chest. Not grief, not anger, just clarity. That night, I lay in the guest room listening to their laughter echo through thin walls, laughing about the vacation bought with my money, laughing about me, and I didn't react. Revenge is best served prepared, and I had rank, patience, and reach far beyond that suffocating house. I hadn't always been a stranger there. Once, they called me their pride. My father took pictures of me in uniform. My mother boasted about her son who was going places. My sister bragged I would pay for her college. I clung to those moments for years, sending money home during deployment, trusting family blindly. But trust makes a clean target. It began subtly in messages from my bank about withdrawals I hadn't authorized. My sister posting photos from expensive restaurants, wearing things I had never seen her afford. My mother avoiding calls, my father answering with clipped irritation. Then the car payments stopped. When I confronted them, they dodged like amateurs. Returning home on leave, I walked into that kitchen and found nothing. No welcome, no smile, just hostility. The final piece clicked. They had spent every cent I sent and sold my car, the one thing I actually owned, without hesitation. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I observed as they revealed themselves. Military life had taught me discipline, silence, and precision. I began methodically, documenting every unauthorized withdrawal, forged signature, and message showing intent, filing clean, quiet reports through military and federal channels, contacting the bank where the forged power of attorney documents became criminally significant, and calling a friend in D.C. not for favors, but to present facts. I waited, knowing I needed to be on higher ground when the storm arrived. The morning CNN announced new appointments in national defense. My promotion flashed across the screen, Major General Green. My mother's face drained to ash. My sister's mouth hung open. My father's coffee spilled on the floor. That was the moment they realized who I had become, though they could never grasp that my plan had begun months before. They assumed my loyalty would remain unshakable, that my heart, once full of trust, would forgive anything. They didn't know that discipline and patience could transform into power. When federal agents arrived, there was no chaos. My mother sobbed, my father raged, my sister begged, and I stood in the doorway, posture steady, hands behind my back, letting the full weight of realization hit them. Their accounts were frozen, their lies exposed, their vacation refunded in the most poetic way, seized as evidence. I didn't ruin my family. They did that themselves. I simply ensured consequences arrived. Some betrayals require silence, not closure. Words, anger, or confrontation cannot match precision and patience. I recalled the moments they celebrated me, now faded like shadows, fueling my strategy. Trust, once broken, must be measured and returned in equal weight. Watching them face the results, I felt no triumph in cruelty, only quiet satisfaction of justice meeting deceit. The house, once filled with false comfort and laughter at my expense, became the stage for accountability. When they left under escort, I remained in the living room, unmoved, a silent witness to the collapse of the world they built on my trust. I didn't seek revenge to harm them. I sought to make them accountable. Some lessons are harsh, but necessary. Some trust, once broken, is honored only through measured response rather than emotion. The echoes of their laughter faded into silence, heavy with the weight of accountability. I had returned not just to confront betrayal, but to show that loyalty, once violated, can become a weapon of precision. The uniform, the rank, the reputation I earned were not symbols of vanity. They were instruments ensuring deceit met its match. Some would call it revenge. I call it justice, calculated, deliberate, unavoidable. Betrayal cuts deeper than any battlefield, but met with patience, evidence, and unwavering application of rules, it transforms into a reckoning that restores balance. That is what I did. That is what I became.